I've installed Fedora 26 Beta workstation on an external hard drive, and I'm going to discuss a new feature of the installer, which is a new partition editor called Blivet GUI. After you start the installer, you'll have the option to try Fedora or install Fedora, and I generally try it before installing because I want to connect to my Wi-Fi network with relative ease. So I'm pointing to the system tray. All three of these symbols lead to the same place, so it doesn't matter which one you click on. And you come to this drop-down menu, and where it says Wi-Fi not connected, I'm going to click on that, and then click on Select Network. My Wi-Fi network usually shows up at the top when I'm using GNOME because it puts the most powerful one first. So I'm going to click on Connect, then enter my encryption code. Click on Connect and go back to the system tray, and you can see that my Wi-Fi network is connected. So now I'm going to click on Activities or press the Super key or Windows key and click on Install to Hard Drive. I'm going to select my language. English, United States is a default, so I don't have to do anything. And I get this warning. This is unstable pre-release software. You wake up inside an OS installer in Timbuktu, and it's 6 months in the future. But there are bugs everywhere, bugs you must live with. This OS of the future isn't a stable OS you can rely on. It's for testing purposes only. Get me out of here or I accept my fate. I'm going to be daring and accept my fate. First I'm going to click on Installation Destination and have a choice between my internal hard drive, the little USB stick I used to install the system with, and my external hard drive. I'm going to click on the external hard drive, and then under Storage Configuration, I'm going to click on Advanced Custom Blivet GUI. That's the new partition editor. Now I'm going to go down to the lower left where it says Full Disk Summary and Bootloader, and I'm going to click on that. My experience suggests that the Anaconda installer is automatically going to put my bootloader on my external drive. But just to check, I'm going to open this dialog box, and I notice that the external drive is already designated as the bootloader. But to be doubly safe, I'm going to set it as the boot device and then click on Close. Now I'm ready to go. I can click on Done in the upper left corner, and I'm in the new partition editor. I've selected the free space. The entire drive is free space so far. And I'm going to click on the plus sign, Add New Device. And the device type is a partition. It's automatically selected. The location is automatically selected. I'm going to change the size, of course, but the file system is automatically selected as ext4. I could change that if I wanted to. I'm going to use the slider to change the file size to about 161 gigabytes. And then I'm going to indicate that the mount point is /, which is the root directory. Now there's a lot of stuff I could do here that I'm not going to do. I didn't click on show advanced options, for instance. But I'm not going to go into that here. So now I'm going to click on OK, and it shows my new partition. Now I selected the free space again, and I clicked on the plus sign again, and I'm back with the dialog box for a second partition. Again, it's indicated ext forward by default. I'm going to change that using the drop-down menu to swap. Then I'm going to use the slider to change the size to about 4 gigabytes. I could have adjusted the size more closely using the minus and plus signs. And the file system is shown as swap. So I click on OK, and now it shows the second partition. That's as many as I need for this installation, so I'm going to click on Done. And I get a summary of changes. Now, it destroyed my previous format, which happened to be a brand new partition table, and it destroyed it twice. I don't know why that is, possibly because I was fiddling with it before I started preparing this video. In any case, it destroys what's there, and it creates a new partition table, which is probably identical to my initial partition table. Then it creates a device, a new partition on SDC1, and that is formatted as ext4 with the / or root directory as the mount point. Then it's created another device, another partition, SDC2, and formatted that as swap. So I'm going to click on Accept Changes. Now the installation destination is complete. You note that the time and date show America's Chicago already, and that's because I was connected to the internet and they detected that. Also, the network is already connected because I did that before starting the installer. So I'm going to click on Begin Installation. Now I'm going to click on Root Password and enter my password, and then confirm my password and click on Done. Now I'm going to click on User Creation. I'm going to enter my full name. In this case, it's not my real name. And the installer creates a username in all lowercase letters. I can change that name if I want, but it has to be lowercase. They have already checked require a password to use this account. I could uncheck it, but I'm not going to. I am going to check make this user administrator. Then I'm going to enter my password and confirm my password and click on Done. Now the installation has started. It actually started a while ago. As you can see, when it first starts, 100% of my software has already been installed, and it took another 5 minutes or so to complete. When it is complete, I get this note: Fedora is now successfully installed and ready for you to use. Go ahead and reboot to start using it. So I'm going to click on Quit. But since I started the live session, it doesn't quit the live session, it only quits the installer. To quit the live session, you click on the system tray again, and this time you go down to the power button on the lower right and click on that, and you have the choice of canceling, restarting, or power off. When you restart the computer, make sure that it's set to boot from the device on which you installed the system, and then everything should work all right. One note: I have a computer which supports UEFI. However, I have installed this in legacy mode in the traditional BIOS, and so these instructions only apply to that kind of installation. This is XRAM Tech. Thanks for watching.